Can you give an example of learning outcomes being unpacked?
I suppose the most important thing that we say before we give an example is that a learning outcome is not going to be experienced in one go in one particular class, that a learning outcome is experienced over the 3 years, and each time you come back to it, you layer the understanding and the skills that the students are developing. So in Catalyst, the learning outcomes are all unpacked into several learning intentions.
We were looking for links across the contextual strands as well, and an example now comes to mind there when you would have been looking at Earth and Space Learning Outcome 5, for instance. We would have been looking at the cycling of matter, but specifically water and the water cycle. They'd be your traditional kind of topics, and we were able to kind of fit in there Nature of Science Learning Outcome 8, where you were looking at evaluating media-based arguments. So, for instance, in one traditional sense, you were looking at water cycle, water treatment, and then you were having a conversation about water charges, and you were asking the students their opinion, looking for evidence-based arguments for the pros and cons of introducing water charges in Ireland.
As authors, we really wanted to support teachers in their planning, so moving from learning outcomes that are on the specification to the learning intentions that they'll share with their students in the classroom. So there's a detailed planning chapter in the teacher's resource book that shows how the learning outcomes have been unpacked into learning intentions for each topic spread, and then how each learning intention can be linked across 2 or 3 learning outcomes.